Hey there guys, Bandites here, and welcome back to another Booga Booga video. Now today we have a bunch of news for the next update for Booga Booga, and I feel like Booga Booga is finally going to become a great game again. It's going to be a lot of fun again. I mean, it's been a good game, but I mean, the past few months it's just kind of slowed down. There hasn't been any updates. It's been pretty boring. And yeah, but we're finally going to be seeing some new updates on Booga Booga, which is going to be great. And Soybean has been making announcements, and he's been streaming more development. So in this video, along with the Black Ops gameplay, I know the Black Ops gameplay isn't Booga, but you know, I didn't feel like playing Booga. But along with that, and all the other things I'm going to show you guys some clips from development on some things that he's been working on. And, you know, just showing you guys really, like, the new map that he's working on for the game, and it's just really, really cool. So we're gonna go ahead and get straight into this video. So, Soybean actually earlier made an update today, and he said, Booga has reached 1 million favorites, an arbitrary benchmark with celebratory consequences. And then he announced this morning that Booga will have a new map with new AI available for beta testing starting on November 2nd. So I don't know if that means it's just going to be beta testing for all of the mods and the admins and all that, or if it's going to be beta testing for like paid access or just beta testing in general on November 2nd, but at least it's going to be going into beta by November 2nd, so he's working on it pretty hard right now, and that's only like 2 or 3 weeks away, so we're going to be seeing that very soon. And then he goes on to say the old Dusk map is coming back with some changes. The primary focus of the update will be the ocean creatures. So the old Dusk map, if you guys played Dusk, that's the original Booga Booga. That was like Booga Booga 1 pretty much. And it was called Dusk, and it had a few different maps, and you could pretty much select on like a lobby screen which map you wanted to play. Well, now that map is coming back with some new changes, and I'll show you here in the video. Here is the map. Here is him working on some things on the map. He's been, you know, right here you can see he's been like placing palm trees, making it like a really nice island kind of theme. You know, more island theme than the current game. It looks more like an island kind of paradise theme type of thing. I don't know, whatever like that. And then also you could see a little bit he's been working on some like mountains with some arches and all that kind of stuff. And there's been like he's just been like placing like trees everywhere, you know, messing with the terrain, adding new islands, all that kind of stuff. Right now he's been working on the map mostly, but there are the AI changes which we're going to actually go ahead and get into in just a second with some of the creatures. But let's go ahead and keep reading this. So he says, Roblox currently has a bug with the pathfinding service, so I can't program land creatures until they fix it. When they do, I'll use the system for land creatures. Then comes the great shift to PvE, which is optional, of course. Now, he says right here that PvE is optional, and I'm not exactly, like, I'm not 100% sure if that means there's gonna be, like, 2 different games that you could play. What I'm thinking he's gonna do is make it how Dusk was, where there are some maps that were PvE based and some maps that were PvP based. Now, I don't know, he might do it that way, or he might make it so you could play this map in either PvP or PvE, or you could play this map in PvP or PvE. We don't really have much information on that yet, but there is going to be an option to play PvE if you don't want to fight other players, which is totally cool. So that's going to be interesting to see. I'll probably do the PvE version to like showcase new updates and like get resources, whatever, and show new things. But I'll probably mostly play the PvP version and then fight other players, whatever. I don't really know yet. I guess we'll see how that works. And also with that being said, I don't know if the lobby system is going to just introduce like, maybe we'll see a lobby system where you can play the current map, the old map with like the deep ant caves, and then the new map, and then the new map will be PvE based. Or maybe it will be you could play the current map or the new map, and then you could play like, you know, PvP and PvE based versions of those maps. I really don't know how it's going to be, but I am expecting probably there's going to be a lobby system for the game. So expect probably a new lobby system, but don't quote me on that because I'm still not 100% sure. But we might see a new lobby system where you can choose your maps and your game modes and all that kind of stuff. And I guess we'll have to see and wait for him to develop that furthermore. And yeah, continuing on though, one of the mods, who's a moderator for Booga Booga, who's one of my friends, he was giving me some information. And apparently on this new map, Mojo is no longer going to be a thing. So what's going to happen is it's going to be from the grass material all the way up until magnetite. Now, I don't know if that's going to be for the original map as well, if the original map is added. Again, we don't even know if there's going to be 2 separate maps. This might just be one whole map. But on this new map, it seems like there is going to be a data wipe. So if this is the whole new game, it's sad to say, but all of your progress and all my progress, all the progress that we worked hard to get, all of that's going to be wiped away. However, it's still kind of good in a way, because if you're not a big fan of the Mojo items and all that OP crazy gear and all that stuff, if you're more of a fan of the game whenever it was just Magnetite and before that, then this update's gonna please you. It's gonna definitely please me, because I've never been a huge fan of the whole Mojo thing and all that. I felt like Mojo was just too grindy and too boring, and it just wasn't really fun. It added something out extra to the game to, you know, keep playing it for longer. But after you grinded all that, there was really nothing else to do. It just got boring after that. So personally, I don't really care that the God Armor and all that's gonna be getting wiped away. I preferred it when the game was just Magnetite and below. But also, with that being said, for some reason there's not going to be Crystal, even though Crystal came before Magnetite. I don't know why, but I guess Crystal's going to be gone. Maybe it's just because it was too expensive with gold and Crystal and all that. Emerald Armor is going to be gone. God Armor is going to be gone, and that means all the Mojo perks and things like that are also going to be gone, I'm pretty sure. With that also being said, there's no longer going to be Water Walker, and that's going to be a big thing. You're going to have to start using boats again. And also, with that being said, the oceans are going to be way deeper now. So it's going to be a little spooky, because the oceans are going to be deeper, and there's also going to be sharks. Now, you can swim. There is going to be a new swimming animation, so if you want to swim across the waters, you can. But you have to be careful, because the sharks are going to be scarier, and they're going to be more OP. Now, the sharks have been, as you can see here on the screen, the sharks have been updated to be larger, more like, you know, a larger size, so they're not just like these tiny little things. And they're going to be pretty hard to fight now. And they also have smarter AI, so that means they're going to be swimming underneath the water. And if you're swimming on top of the water and you're going across a new island, they will swim up towards you and start biting you. So you have to look below you and be careful. The ocean's going to be deep. It's kind of dark as well. It's hard to kind of see if there's anything at the very bottom. So you're going to have to be careful and watch out for those sharks. Because those sharks and the other, whatever, if he adds other fish creatures and all that in the ocean, they now are going to have smart AIs implemented into them. So now they will swim below the water, and then they'll come up to attack you. They'll chase you. They're going to be a little smarter, and they also have a smoother little animation where they kind of have like a swimming effect to them, as you can see in this clip here. And so yeah, they're going to be smarter, and they're going to be dangerous. So be careful with those sharks now. But it's really cool still, because we do have swimming, and you will be able to go underwater and probably find some underwater caves. Now you can see here in this clip, he did show a little underwater cave that was already in the game, and he said that there will probably be more underwater caves. So now you can swim underwater, probably find some caves with some resources. So now underwater caves are going to be a thing with some other underwater things. I guess we'll have to see what those other things are when they're released and all that kind of stuff. But there are going to be underwater caves now, and it's going to be pretty cool. You could probably base in them, is what I'm guessing. I don't know if you'll be like constantly swimming in them, or if you'll go to like, when you go in the caves, it goes back to like an air kind of thing where you can just walk around. But I wonder, because maybe if you find some underwater caves that other people don't know about, you'll probably be able to base in them and stuff. And you'll also be able to like base and protect it, and, you know, gather whatever resources are down there. So that'll be pretty cool. But I guess we'll have to see how the underwater caves and all that stuff is going to work. But right now, this new Booga update is seeming pretty cool. There's some things being removed, and there's some new things being added, and I feel like it's a good balance for this update, and I feel like this update could potentially bring the game back to where it was. I don't expect it to be at the very, very top, but I do expect it to gain some players back if people do enjoy this update, and hopefully people do. I'd really like to see this game come back to life and get constantly updated again, because it was a fun game when it first came out, and now it's just kind of like, in my opinion. So hopefully this update fixes some things, brings some things back, makes the game more fun. I don't know, just hopefully this update brings Booga back to how it was and how we remember it, and it makes it a good, fun time again. And yeah, so that's pretty much all the information I have for you guys in this video, though, for today. But if you did enjoy this video, I would appreciate it if you do drop a like on it and subscribe for more Roblox and Booga Booga content. And I'll see you guys in the next video, so goodbye.